My name is Abigail Fenka, and I'm going to be demonstrating for you a anterior as well as a lateral posture evaluation, and I am also going to be demonstrating the bird dog as a corrective exercise. When we take a look at the anterior view of my posture on the left-hand side of the screen, we see some pronation distortion syndrome, which is also known as knock knee. This is caused by overactive gastrocnemius, soleus, adductor group, IT band, iliopsoas, hamstrings, as well as a tight peroneal group. It is also caused by an underactive posterior and anterior tibialis, vastus medius, hip flexors, glutes, and hip external rotators. From the lateral viewpoint on the right-hand side, we can see that there is kyphosis lordosis posture. In the lumbopelvic hip complex, there is overactive internal obliques, hip flexors, lumbar extensors, and there is underactive external obliques and hip extensors. And when we take a look at the shoulder and thoracic spine, it indicates an overactive upper trapezius, levator scapulae, shoulder adductors, intercostals, pec minor, and an underactive thoracic extensors and trapezius. Bird dog is a stability exercise, so it's really important when we're doing bird dog to be bracing our core tight as well as to focus on our breathing. So the first cue to successfully and accurately be bracing your core is to brace like you're going to be punched. So we want to tuck our pelvis. So as you can see, this is my posture without any core bracing. When I brace the core, the pelvis kind of tucks and the core becomes tight. It's also important to note when we're bracing our core to use your deep abdominal muscles. So in order to activate these, you kind of want to use the same muscles that you would use if you're going to stop your pee. Okay, so to start off, our starting position is going to be on our hands and knees. So before we go on our hands and knees, we want to make sure that our joints are stacked in our lower body. So we should be stacked with our knees and hips. And then when we bend, we also want to ensure that our upper body is stacked as well. So our shoulders, elbows, and wrists should all be in one straight line. So for bird dog, essentially, when the biggest problem that people have is not bracing their core and dropping it like this. That is really important not to do this. So when we brace our core, we have a neutral spine and our neck is going to be tucked. And this is going to protect your back from any kind of injury, and especially the lower region. So once our core is tight and our joints are stacked, we're going to go ahead and progress with the movement. So bird dog is, we're going to move our opposite hand and leg. So if I'm going to move my left arm up, my right leg is going to be going back. So in one fluid motion, it's going to look something like this. And when we're here, we don't need to go any further than past parallel. We don't need to be here. You get the same benefits from being here, and you're protecting yourself from injury being here. We're going to tuck, bracing our core the whole time. You shouldn't have to relax it. So when we're up, 1, 2, 3, tuck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm also going to mention breathing, because that is just as important in our stability and our core work. So when we're breathing, we want to breathe out in the hardest part of the movement, so that is going to be moving our arms up. So again, stack our joints, tuck the pelvis, brace the core. It should be in. When you're putting this into your plan or implementing it, into a stability plan. You want to be doing it for probably